5 whole years of trading and learning ICT led me to trade in one time frame. Nowadays, I only focus on one time frame. So many more of my students do as well. We focus on this because it gives you framework and clarity. You can also simply take trades on this one time frame. This one time frame is the perfect blend of higher time frame and lower time frame. Okay, so today I'm going to give you this secret on what time frame that actually is. We are focusing here on the 4-hour time frame, but more specifically one single 4-hour candle. A 4-hour candle created at a specific time. Remember, time before price is always the motto, and it holds true here. Let's dive into our Euro USD 4-hour example. Of course, we are on the 4-hour time frame. You may be asking, Loz, what 4-hour candle is it? You said a candle at a specific time, but what time is that? I'll tell you right now, it is the 9 AM 4-hour candle on Forex pairs. So, for example, Euro USD or Pound USD, the 9 AM 4-hour candle is what you are focused on. You want this candle to expand because expansion is the easiest, largest moves we can catch. But there must be some specific framework placed first around this so that the 9 AM 4-hour candle can expand. Okay, let's just take a look at a few examples here before I get into this framework. So let's mark up a few 9 AM candles. Okay, there's 9 AM here, choppy day, but 9 AM is there, and there's a 9 AM in here, and then let's look at one down here, 9 AM there. Okay, let's look at these few examples randomly selected. So the framework we want is that we want to, if we're bearish, remember, if we are bearish, we want to tag buy side liquidity the previous hours. Okay, so that can be the 1 AM candle or the 5 AM candle. Okay, like this. Buy side liquidity gets ran. We have an inside candle. So 5 AM doesn't take the high of 1 AM or the low of 1 AM. So it's an inside candle. Small ranges, if you guys have watched my other videos, small ranges lead to large ranges. So when we have an inside candle, we can predict the next candle to expand. This is one candle theory, right? So the 9 AM candle here, look what it does. It drops massively. You have an open, a high, a small high, a low, and a close, right? All from the framework here. Go into the next 9 AM candle. 5 AM rejects, closes below the last low, and 9 AM expands. We then have consolidation. 9 AM doesn't do anything. We consolidate. 5 AM drops massively. So 9 AM doesn't really do much because 5 AM was a large range. So we want 5 AM to be a small range so that we can expand during 9 AM. This is the key here, okay? So we want 9 AM to be a large expansion. Take a look here. Let's zoom into this, okay? So remember, I taught you about 5 AM closing inside of 1 AM. If we look at 1 AM's candle, here to here, this grey box is the range of that candle. If we zoom in even further so you can see better, this 5 AM candle doesn't take the high and it doesn't take the low. Remember, we're in bearish order flow. We have a higher time frame objective down here, right? But I told you guys you only need one time frame, and that holds true because you would have this, okay, pre-planned the week before. You know where price is reaching for. So you just focus on the one time frame. Take a look here. It doesn't take the high, it doesn't take the low. So we're working inside this candle's range. Look what 5 AM does. 5 AM opens up at this level. Okay, so 109, 102. This level, the 4-hour candle opens up. This is the high of the 4-hour candle. This is the low. Okay, that is expansion from the high to the low. That is 30 pips in range, more than enough to trade. Now, what I want you to do is take a look at the framework here. We take the high of this candle, but we don't need to take the high of that candle. It's better and it makes a higher probability, but it's not needed. We need to take the high of this candle. This was the inside candle, so a small range, which breeds a large range. Small ranges lead to large ranges. Okay, so we have an inside candle, price opens up on 9 AM, runs higher on a Judas swing. So everyone, as we're running higher, is buying, because we're breaking highs. Okay, we're breaking highs, so breakout traders are thinking we're going long, which obviously doesn't happen here. We have a Judas swing higher, takes out buy side liquidity and drops. All throughout this, you are shorting. You can drop time frame if you want, but I said this because you can short above these highs. You can just take a short here on a turtle soup trade. Then you can ride out the expansion because of the framework here. Okay, you can do that. Nevertheless, we expand. If you wanted to drop time frame, you can, but I say you only need one time frame because a lot of my students work. A lot of my students have 9 to 5s. A lot of people that come to me asking, how do I improve my trading, have jobs, which obviously is normal. You're going to have to work. You can't just do this full time straight off the bat. So they asked me for a strategy that I can do on a higher time frame because I don't have time to sit on the 5-minute chart and watch intraday price action. So I say, okay, here's the framework. Small range equals large range. Anytime we rally above the high now, you short. That's the framework. For any of you guys who work, you can focus on the 4-hour chart. Okay, let's dive into another example here. Again, continuing with bearish order flow. This is 5 a.m. candle. The 5 a.m. candle, I'm going to give you some more framework here. If we don't have an inside candle like this one, if it does take the high, if now it rallies lower and closes back inside the candle, so this candle's range, as long as it closes from the high to the low, if it closes inside this range after taking out the high, the next candle should do the exact same function. The next candle should be expected to expand. Okay, it should be allowed to expand, and that's exactly what happens. Where does it rally? Into a premium of this wick. That is complicated, you don't need that. Okay, that's a bit more advanced, but into a premium of the wick, because we're always thinking about premium and discount. Nevertheless, as long as we rally back into the wick, okay, as long as we rally back into the wick, we are having open a high, a Judas swing, right? All of this is a Judas swing. Remember, traders are longing here. Anytime we drive the market higher, it is for a specific purpose. It is to drive price lower in the long run. In the long run being a few hours afterwards. But a lot of retail don't have the patience for that. A lot of traders in general don't have the patience for that, which is why this stuff works. Once you apply patience and logic, it all comes to fruition, and it just feels like it's just happened all of a sudden. But you're applying the logic and you're allowing yourself to wait for the setup. We rally into the wick and then we drop. Look at the expansion, okay? Remember, I spoke about 30 pips. This allows for expansion. So the two frameworks we've got here, all on one time frame, remember, we are only focused on the 4-hour chart. The two frameworks we've got is if the 5 a.m. candle, remember, time before price, these specific candles are all you need to focus on, as long as we've got order flow. The 5 a.m. candle doesn't take the high of the 1 a.m. candle, and it doesn't take the low, so it's an inside candle. The next candle creates an open, a high, a low, and a close. Expansion, 9 a.m. okay, 1 a.m. our next framework. So second framework, this is for your notes. If we take the high and obviously reverse whatever I'm saying for buy side, so if we take the low and close inside, but for this example, if we take the high here, we close inside the previous candle, so inside the high here at 108.904, or inside the low here at 107.53. If we close inside this candle's range, the next candle expands. What time? What time is that 4-hour candle right there? 9 a.m. A key time. It is always time before price, guys. Remember that. For some of you who have been around more, been around longer, my content, and more familiar with ICT concepts, start looking at how price reacts to premium and discount of the wick here. Okay, lots of time this Judas swing on the 4-hour 9 a.m. candle rallies higher into a premium and drops, because everyone's thinking, or everyone's getting scared. If you have your stop loss here and you're short, okay, let's say you did get on the right side of the market and you're short, when we're pumping it up like this, everyone's scared and they're pulling positions. They're half in positions, they're completely pulling positions. It doesn't matter. They're getting scared, okay? And then they drop it hard to punish the maximum amount of participants in the market. That is what the algorithm is doing. That's what it's designed to do, to punish the maximum amount of participants in the market. Why? Because that obviously makes the most money. If there's more money in the market, there is more money to be made by these institutions. Simple, right? So the algorithm is designed to do these tricks. It knows human psychology more than humans do. Okay, more than the average trader does, I should say. It knows human psychology. It knows people are getting scared if you rally it up here. It knows all of these things. It knows people are fear of missing out when they're dropping it hard. Okay, so they're shorting and getting stopped on the way up and then dropping. That's why you take out buy side liquidity on the way down, right? That's key. But anyway, these are your two frameworks. This one here and this one here. All using one time frame. The 4-hour time frame is so powerful. I said at the start of this video, it's the perfect blend between the higher time frame and the lower time frame. It's not too choppy like a 5-minute time frame for some of you. It's not too choppy and you won't get chopped up in price action, but it's also not too long. You get a good few 4-hour candles in a day. Okay, there is enough to capitalize on this. So those of you with 9 to 5, start thinking about how you can apply yourself to this one time frame. One time frame has made my students pass challenges. Even I, sometimes when I don't have time, when I'm busy with other business ventures or whatever it may be, even I swing trade the 4-hour time frame sometimes. It's so powerful once you get one of two of these frameworks. Okay. With that being said, that's quite a hefty video. It's quite full of logic and narrative, and I want you guys to really understand that narrative. With that being said, I will leave you to study this. If you want to become my student, learn from me day in, day out inside of my Discord, where I call trades, I call levels, I do weekly outlooks, I do daily recaps, and we have a great community of traders inside there already. If you do want to join us, please press the top link in my description and become my student today. Okay, we have limited seats for the next month or so, and then I will open it back up. So if you want to become a student, now is the time. I will be closing the mentorship soon. Nevertheless, if you did enjoy the video, please drop a like and drop a comment. Subscribe if you are new and turn on post notifications so you never miss a video. And as always, I thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in the next one.